Welcome back, friends. My name is Zephyr, and in today's stream we are going to be continuing our favorite, Final Fantasy IX. Gonna jump right back into it, try to make some good progress today, hopefully have some great conversations along the way, and just have a good time. This is absolutely what it is all about, just hanging out with friends, having a good time, kicking some monster booty. Alright, hope you all are just having a phenomenal morning, or afternoon, or evening, or day, or night. I just hope on June 21st, 2020, you're having a pretty solid day. Alright, let's see what we can jump back into, my friends. Alright, back in Trino. Yo, Carrion, good morning, my friend. How you doing? You know, at this point, I'm gonna start saying good afternoon. Or would it be more accurate to say good evening? I'm having a pretty solid morning. Nothing too exciting yet. Well, it's always exciting, actually. I take that back. It's always exciting. I always get excited to wake up and stream and hang out with y'all. Good evening is most accurate. Good evening. Like the Dracula voice. Good evening. Yeah, I think I got pretty much everything. Alright. Alright, how's your day going today, though? Doing anything super exciting? Have you fully seen The Last of Us Part 2 yet? Does Pepper have a beard? I didn't notice that. Does he? I don't know. Did he walk by? I think he has like light little chin straps. Today's items are the acclaimed magician's robe, the dog's artifact. Uni's mirror. I remember a lot of those were actually pretty darn important. And the weapon shop picture. There's a weapon shop picture of Pepper? Weapon shop picture. Oh, let's check. I guess he does. He's got like a little kind of beard. You know what it kind of reminds me of is the guy from Hunger Games. Do you know which one I'm talking about? The one from Hunger Games, the movie. He has the beard that's like really shaped, kind of like that. Quite the goatee, though. He's a good-looking cat. Yeah, I definitely love the portrait so much more in this one. Yeah, what's his name? Oh, not Senna. Oh, he's like the weapon. He's the guy in charge of the arena, I think, in the first one. He ends up having a pretty bad demise. Let's see. Yeah, they're portraits just look great. Freya's is probably my most favorite in this remaster because I can actually see her face. In the original, I could not see her face at all. All right. Where do we go again? Oh, actually, where we do want to go. Exactly, Freya has eyes, right? Yeah, I think in the original portrait, like, didn't the hat completely cover her eyes? It was like very difficult to actually see her face at all. So two places I'm gonna go before we advance the story. So I'm gonna go get the third coffee from the mayor, because this is the only time in the game where the mayor is not in Dolly. The second place is we're gonna go visit Vivi. I think Dolly is super far though. Where is it? Oh, Southgate Ice Cavern. Oh, it's not that far. It's not too bad. Let's go get Vivi though. My friend hasn't finished playing The Last of Us 2, by the way. Another friend says normal playthrough should be around 25 hours. Yeah, I've heard quite a few people say it's around that time, 25 hours. That seems to be the number I'm most hearing. I've seen quite a few people on Twitter say they've beaten it at like 25 to 30 hours. Yo, Layla, How's the Final Fantasy IX experience going? It's going pretty solid, honestly. It's one of my absolute favorite games of all time. How's your day going? I love the name, by the way, Layla. My golden retriever, so her name is Layla, and we actually, it was just her birthday a couple days ago, so we renamed Eco in the game Layla. Formerly Maria. Nice to meet you. It is an absolute pleasure. Happy to have you. But how's your day going so far? You a pretty big Final Fantasy fan yourself? We got a lot of Final Fantasy love here. Man, these things are like so brutal. They hit so hard with those darn chestnuts. Yeah, Carrion, I should be getting my copy of The Last of Us, I think Tuesday. Yeah, that's what Amazon's telling me around Tuesday time. Oh, from J. Maria. Gotcha, gotcha. Why'd you end up changing your name? How have you been, by the way? I feel like I haven't talked to you in quite a while. I hope you're having a fantastic day, Maria. Layla. Shall I call you Layla? Let's see. I've been into the Twitterverse. These mobs are wild in this game. Other Final Fantasies are quite normal. Yeah, the enemies in this game, like, if you're not careful and you're pretty underleveled, like, they can just knock you out real fast. Every time I'm in the forest, I always, right before the battle theme starts, I'm always anticipating the like, friendly theme. Man, the enemies look so detailed. I just love how they redid all of the 3D animations. I love the weapons too. The weapons are so badass looking. One thing I think that would have been really cool though is I really get the feeling that those like double swords that Zidane has are simply two daggers like welded together. It'd be cool if in the animation you somehow saw like the two daggers come together before the fight. I don't know. I always thought that'd be really cool. You could see like both daggers come together, form the double sword, and then the battle starts. That'd be pretty cool. Happy Father's Day, by the way. I had a blast earlier. Went out with my uncle. Oh, that's super awesome. Happy Father's Day, by the way, to everyone out there. I totally forgot about that. Well, I guess I did see on Twitter people were talking about like who's the best father in video games. It's got to be Barrett, right? If you're talking best father in video games, I mean Kratos in God of War 4 is pretty close. But I mean Barrett Wallace is just Daddy B. I haven't seen my actual dad since November 2011. I'm sorry about that. Man, just family stuff in general is so complicated in life. I haven't seen so many parts of my family since right around that same time, like 2012, I think, when I graduated. You know, you have those moments sometimes where you think about them, you just hope they're doing good. So, Evie, what are you doing here? Zidane, how did you find me? What are you doing in a dump like this? In a dump? Not very nice, Zidane. I used to live here. Really? Used to live near Trino? Yeah. My grandpa. So how did you end up living with your grandfather? Well, it all started when... Yo, Steve-O, good morning, my friend. How are you doing? Had a great weekend? Everyone in chat, hope your weekend has been awesome. How are you doing, my friend? I am having an awesome morning. Man, I keep seeing you play The Last of Us Part 2, dude. I want to jump in so bad, but... ooh, I don't want to spoil nothing for myself. How are you liking it so far? You and Carrion have seen quite a bit. Have you beaten it yet, Steve-O? Oh man, I should be getting my copy on Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday. So excited. It's funny how high school graduation hits and suddenly your family just doesn't care about you. Yeah. I mean, I think it's different, like, per each person, but yeah, I mean, when I graduated high school, like 2 days later, I drove 1,000 miles away and moved to a different state. So I kind of jumped off that myself. No, playing on Survivor. Is survival difficulty the hardest one? Rally Ho. The best introduction of all time, right, Carrion? I think I'm about halfway through, probably about 15 hours. So many people are saying, Carrie and I were just talking about this. So many people are saying the full game is right around that like 25-hour mark. So I don't know if I've heard a single person so far say like over 30. People are really saying like 25-ish hours. Yeah, man. Oh, I'm excited for you. I'm excited. I really want to play it. As much as I am absolute gung-ho and want to play 13 and 15, man, we only get a Last of Us game every like 7 years. So, I mean, I feel like I could knock out The Last of Us Part 2 in like a week. Maybe a week and a half. I might have to do it before Final Fantasy 13 or 15. It looks so good. Looks so good. Maybe his end of attempting to fish mist from sky and eat it. Is no possible to prove theory of nourishment with no eating. Wise words, Quan. I catch something? You caught a Vivi. 13 and 15 can wait. The Last of Us 2 doesn't take as long as those two. I think I'll have it completed tomorrow. Gonna jump back on after dinner. Tuesday latest. Nice, man. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, if it's like 25 hours long, I feel like I could complete it pretty quickly. But yeah, carrying 13 and 15 couldn't wait. You're just like, screw those two. Let's jump on the Last of Us train. Oh, I really want to. Man, I almost wonder, am I going to be that same way when all the new games come out? When like Ghost of Tsushima comes out? Am I going to just jump right on it? Or like, you know, there's just so much hype. Yes, all aboard the hype train. Yes. Choo-choo! I read if you just do the main content and don't explore, you can do it in 20-ish hours. And Survivor, I've died quite a few times, which pumps up the playtime. Man, how are you liking Survivor? Is it very stealth? Like to survive Survivor, you have to be very stealthy. Ooh, we get some hype. I like it. I got a question for y'all, and I've been meaning to ask. With the emotes, I've seen some emotes, like the one you just posted, Carrion, where it'll be like a face with words like hype, or raid, or hi, or like an emote with words under it. I've seen others where it's just the face, no words. Like it would be that one, like the hype one, except without the hype word on it. Do y'all have a preference? Because I was almost wondering about adding words to my emotes, but I don't know. Yeah, stealthy is the easiest way to do it. I did the first one, hardest difficulty as well, just right out the gate, man. Hardest right out the gate. Respect. I mean, that's probably how, I don't want to say how they anticipated people to play it, but are you going to stream Last of Us 2? Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Honestly, I find it hard to play video games and not stream them now. You know, it's almost like streaming and chatting with all of you and video games have kind of melded into one. So, like if I'm gonna play the game, why not stream and have a good time with friends? So you were my grandpa. He fished me out of the sky. Maybe I fell off a cargo ship. Or Vivi. I'd say it depends. Some emotes can be conveyed without words. Some need words to make it obvious. Maybe like that hype one. I do like that a lot. It seems like a lot of people really use that drawing style. I really like that style a lot. Let's see. Speaking of best fathers in video games, I have a special shout out to the father in Heavy Rain, Ethan Mars. I've never played that game. Take a shot. We're doing a take a shot every time I say I haven't played a game, because there's so many games I haven't played. I haven't ever played that one. My buddy Rudo was saying There's a father in Bloodborne, which is pretty cool. Yo, Carrion, cheers always, my friend. Thank you so much. Ooh, that sweet, sweet coffee bliss. Yeah, I mean, would Joel be considered a father? I hope this doesn't count as a spoiler, so I'm sorry, but you can play guitar on it, and I want to see you play songs with it. I saw that on Twitter today. I think Neil Druckmann posted that, like retweeted something, and it was like Ellie with the guitar, and it had a circle around it, and like you could shift the chords. Yeah, I saw that like right before I started streaming this morning, and I was like, ooh, that's gonna be fun. We're literally just gonna play. We're just gonna play music. Maybe we could have Ellie play the guitar, and I could do some country singing. If Barrett is, Joel is too. I like that. Oh man, Barrett is best father in video game. I really desperately hope John Bentley wins something for Barrett. He did such an A+ job. Yeah, John Bentley is just incredible. Yeah, man, you'll be awesome on that bit. Yo, that'll be fun. I not know I catch something from Mist Ocean. You no need be so afraid. Maybe... Maybe I eat him, but he's still so small. Don't eat Vivi. Probably would not be very crunchy. My grandpa's very kind to me. He used to worry that I wasn't growing properly. I see. Let's go, Zidane. There's no reason to stay here. Right. Oh, Vivi. You got my child's self-respect there. I used to hate Barrett until I got to the Dave or the dying storyline. Totally deserves it. He does. He really does. The clock stopped. It stopped about a week before we kidnapped Dagger. Very interesting. Something at the bottom of the ledge in the ocean. It looks like foam. For a chocobo, hot and cold. Something down there. Yeah, and it's so cool hearing like John Bentley talk about when he was voicing Barrett, because he's like such a big Final Fantasy VII fan. That just made it for me. Like just hearing how important Final Fantasy VII was to him, and to have the opportunity to just audition for Barrett. There is no one better. There could have truly been no one better. So much love to him. Did I get his name wrong? I'm bad at names. Yeah, I think it's Dyne. D-Y-N-E. Honestly, I'm terrible with names too. I'm pretty good with like faces though. Like I'll have customers come in and be like, "Oh, I could recognize people just by like their eyes and their hair, even with the masks on." But I'm like, if someone's like, or my manager's like, "Do you remember this person's name?" No. Even if it was like a couple hours ago, I don't. Maybe a couple hours ago, but like a day ago, nope. Me and names, no good. However, I honestly, I might have gotten better with names because of Twitch. Because obviously I don't see your faces in chat, I just see the name. Like unless I go to your page and like watch your stream. So like, maybe I have gotten a little bit better with names. Alright, we gotta go to Dolly and see if you can get that third tea. Not tea, coffee. How many do I have? Do I have the other two, or do I just have one? Autograph. Kerman coffee. Okay, we got one. We gotta get the other two. Yeah, I cannot wait to see Dyne and Barrett, and just how they're gonna do that in Remake. It's gonna be just A+. I remember from primary school, a new student enrolled and I could not remember her name despite talking with her every day. We're only human, Carrion. It's okay. We're only human. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's something maybe just human in us. Like, it's easier for our brains to recognize faces than it is to remember names, you know? Had to borrow her exercise book and imprinted her name to my brain. It's a smart way to go. It's definitely a smart way to go. Yeah, like when I think, even when you think about like your old school teachers, like you all could probably see their faces in your head, you know? Like you could probably see your teachers' faces, your old teachers' faces in your head or in your brain or whatever. But like their names might take longer to recognize. The village of Dolly's beyond this gate. You gotta go to another gate if you want to go to Trino. Alright, let me out of here. Yes, I'll pass through. I've been in that situation and you have spoke to them so much it gets to the point where it'd be rude to ask their name. Right. I have had that with customers. Customers will come back and be like, hey, I remember talking to you like a week ago. And I'm like, yeah. What do we talk about? I'm good with the names. That's why I aced my history classes. Nice. Probably names and time frames, right? This person at this time at this place. Yeah, I still remember her full names to this day. Typical Malaysian names are up to 4 names long. Well, that would make it even more difficult. I could barely remember a first name. Yeah, at one point I was really good with like country names. I remember in like, I think it was 6th grade when I was like 12 or 13. 12, I think. Yeah, we had to memorize all the countries across the entire world, and we'd get bonus points if we could also memorize their capitals. And I think I got like a 98% or something on it. I only missed a couple. Yeah, I did like pretty solid job. All right, coffee time, coffee time. All right, mayor's house. I think he is in Alexandria. Yeah. Looks like the mayor isn't here. Let's check the room. Where should I check? I mean, if you think about this, this is a little creepy. I'm just busting into somebody's house and totally stealing their shit. Shoot! Fun Malaysian fact, we just call each other boss, brother, sister, aunt, and uncle, so it's fine if you don't remember someone's name. I'm gonna fix up some food and have a little walk. Has been sitting down most of the day. We'll be lurking. Alright, Steve-o. Always a pleasure, my friend. Yeah, even when I'm like streaming for a couple hours, like, might be my chair, but like my very lower back kind of gets like a little bit of pain sometimes. I don't know why. Let's see, but that is funny. Do you call just like everybody? Like if you're going to like hang out with your friends, or you're like, hey, what's up, brother? Hey, sis, what's up? There's nothing here. Where's that damn coffee? Who's there? Shoot! Yeah, basically. Oh man, I could totally see myself in some other life just calling everyone brother. What up, brother? How you doing, brother? Who's there? Man, you can call shop owners boss or brother. Yo, boss. I could dig that. The goal here is to grab the mayor's key from the heater. Okay, there's like an actual process to doing this. Let's see, examine the desk first. You'll find mini brawn there. The thing is, move around too hastily to mount on the couch. Let's see. Oh, okay. Nothing here. So we just kind of make our way around. What? And to get around, let's just examine whichever object you're at 3 times. Okay, gotcha. Have this handy little walkthrough here, which I'm gonna try to use to make sure I don't miss too much. So we gotta examine the desk 3 times. Until he does does the Z's. The snooze Z's. There we go. Okay. And then I think we go ladder. Nothing here. Gotta do ladder 2 more times. There's nothing here. It'd be very interesting to play originally with no walkthrough whatsoever. There we go. Mayor's Key. Alright, and I think we take Mayor's Key here if I can recall. And then we go here. I'm gonna need the key to open this up. Use the Mayor's Key. Oh man, look at the chocobos. Oh my gosh. Ah! Chocobos are so cute. Just because we got to. Q. How would you even say that? Q? Kweh? Q? Love it. Oh, chocobos are cute. 30,000 gil. Although, the beaks of these chocobos are quite large. We got some big beaks in this one. Something under the treasure box. Let's reach for it. Berman coffee. All right. I got Berman coffee. What's the other one I got? I'm missing one. What is the other coffee we're missing? How would you pronounce? I would probably say Gasol. Gasol green. I think at one point, though, I used to pronounce it Gishal with a sh. Gishal. What about you? Would you pronounce it Gisal? 15 has... Oh, does 15 have the answer? I guess the voice acting ones probably are... However they pronounce it. I used to say Guy Shawl. Interesting. Guy Shawl. An NPC says it. Am I saying it correctly? Gisal? Gisal? Let's see. What is the other coffee? Ooh. And there's a windmill, right? Windmill, windmill, windmill. The windmill has also stopped, so you can now go there and grab these items. Where's the windmill at? I forgot peanut butter. Let's see, where is that windmill? It's obviously here. It says there's a pretty cool item there that we can get, so I just want to make sure we don't miss it. Oh, I guess up here. It's like, where is that windmill? It's right up here. You got me curious now. Now I'm going to have to double check. Yeah, I'm really excited to play 15 again. I don't know, between all of you, between 15 and 13, if you had to pick one to play, which one would you say is better? I feel like both of them are I feel like it's fair to say they're both flawed. But if you had to pick one, 15. Are you still there, Maria? Do you have any opinions on 15 versus 13? So why would both of you pick 15? Where is that other coffee? Where's the coffee? Berman coffee. I'm missing one. It's a better game. Straight to the point. I love it. Berman coffee, Kerman coffee. You love coffee, you'll love Ignis. Ignis is the chef, right? Yeah, I think Ignis is the chef in 15. I feel like the same way... Oh, excuse me. I feel like the same way in Breath of the Wild, you cook items and get, like, buffs. It seemed pretty similar in 15. Honestly, I really did not ever do the campfires or anything. I pretty much saved all the experience points. And then I think I'd go to the hotels because they'd have a higher, like, multiplier for accepting the experience. Alright, I got Berman and Kerman. I need Mocha. Southgate in the King Ed Plains. Cena makes the coffee at the South Gate in the King Ed Plains. Let's see. You love coffee, you love Ignis. He's the mommy. It's the mommy of the crew. Where is Southgate at? That's Northgate. We want Southgate. Southgate. Okay, I think that's the gate we were just at. For me, 13 is a more solidified story that has a unique experience, allowing many narratives to flow because of how linear it was focused. It could carry multiple character growths at once. Very interesting. Very interesting. Were you a pretty big fan of the characters in 13? Maria? Would you prefer I call you Maria or Layla? Also, the world of Cocoon is more capturing. Layla, please. Okay. Yeah, Cocoon. Yeah, I only remember spending like 10 to 15 hours. 10 to 15 hours in 13, so I don't recall too much of it. But I do... Man. I remember... I think I stopped right when Shiva turned into a motorcycle. I love 13 too, but I think it would be interesting to watch you play 15. Yeah, I did like 15. I felt like, honestly, the world of 15, the characters, the beasts and everything, kind of just made it so interesting. Like seeing Behemoth and Marlboro and all those cool beasts and stuff was just awesome. Gonna lurk too, by the way. Have fun. It is always a pleasure, Carrie. Thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. Mocha Coffee, where are you at? In the King Ed Plains. I wonder where that is. Where's the ice cavern? Southgate, okay. I want to pass through. You gotta have a gate pass. You got a gate pass? I guess you do. It's almost like they're so disappointed. Ah, I guess you do got a gate pass. I guess we'll let you through. Alright, King's Plains. King Ed Plains. Where even is that? Alexandrian Station. Part-time worker. It's cute how they specify that. Work in the part-time life. Man, I hope one day, I really hope one day I can kind of combine all of this content creation and just find a way to drop down to part-time. Because man, working full-time at my retail job, the hours all over the place. I mean, I'm very fortunate enough to get like back-to-back days off. Almost the same days every single week, which I'm very fortunate about. But man, when you work like 9-10 hour days, you know, like opening one day, closing the next, opening the next, it feels just a little bit more exhausting to kind of be all over the place. Teeny Heights. Mocha Coffee. Where are you at, Mocha? Gotcha. Okay, at the South Gate. Okay, it's the west of Pinnacle Rock. I think I'm looking at the wrong one. I think it's this South Gate over here. No. Yeah, the one down here. Clara. The Bowden Arch. All right. Well, it also says we can get it at a later point, so I think we'll just hold off on darn coffee for now. We'll get the coffee. It's so cool seeing the sunset change with the game. I think that's really cool. As you get closer and closer to Trino, you can get like the sunset fade. Really cool. Just like little additions they didn't need to do, but they did anyway to make it look better. What character do you think in Final Fantasy IX has the least time? Like the least time on screen to develop? I mean, probably Amaranth. We renamed him to Pepper in this playthrough. My buddy Sinra decided to name him Pepper. So he's the Flamin' Pepper. The Flaming Amaranth. Yeah, I mean, probably him. Because we get him at like, what, 60% through the story? And he's pretty quiet. He keeps to himself a lot, so there's not too much known about him. I mean, aside from him, though, probably Freya. I wish we did have a little bit more development with Freya. What about you, Layla? Do you have any preference? Oh, goes Zidane. Who do you think has the least time in Final Fantasy IX? I'm sure there's probably statistics or something to look up to get like an accurate amount of like dialogue or something per character. Have you learned everything? Okay, you did learn everything on this one. Chimera armlet. Omelette. Chimera omelette. Are we learning ability up? Ability up, okay. I feel like ability up and level up are very important ones to always have on. Are you gonna play The Last of Us Part 2 at all, Layla? Do you have any interest in that game? That one, I mean, I was so stoked this year for Final Fantasy VII Remake. But, like, I might even be just a little bit more excited for Last of Us Part 2. I honestly don't know much about the game. All I know is it's very continuity driven. Dripped in atmosphere and doesn't make you out to be chosen one. Very continuity. So what do you mean by continuity driven? Let's see. I like that term, dripped in atmosphere. I'm almost curious what you mean by like specifics though. Yeah, it's a very... I really like Final Fantasy IX. I love Vivi. Everyone knows I have tremendous love for Vivi. He's a phenomenal character. They have just a lot of really good characters in this game. It keeps the story beats in order. Yeah, it doesn't really... I mean, it shifts perspectives quite a bit. But yeah, there's no, like... It doesn't really jump back in the past the way, like, 7 did. Or 8 did. I mean, 10 kind of jumps in the past a little bit. With, like, Jekt and Sir Orin and stuff. But yeah, for the most part, aside from a couple shifting perspectives in real time, it's pretty straightforward. Which might honestly make it a little bit easier to digest. Alright, I think we are supposed to go... Where are we going? I think we're supposed to go do the card game. Ooh, let's save though. I want to try to win the item for it. Yeah, if we beat the card game 3 times in a row, I think we get some pretty decent item. I think it's the Reflect Ring, I want to say. And most of the content in the game can become optional. In Final Fantasy VII, or Final Fantasy... I was going to say Final Fantasy VII 9. In Final Fantasy 9. Yeah, Final Fantasy games in general are just really good about... Just a lot of side content, a lot of additions, a lot of extra stuff you can do, you know? Alright. This card game stadium is a gathering place for nobles. What do you need to play the card game? You need 5 cards to play the card game. Approach someone and press square, and some people may refuse, though. Card Stadium is a special place. You can play against many different players once you enter the stadium. There's a tournament going on right now. You must first register at the booth to your left. Okay. I love all these characters, how some of them are like duck characters, some of them are like dog characters, some of them are just feel so like Disney inspired. Registration for the card tournament is still open. You must win 2 games before you can challenge the champion. Fantastic prizes await the contestant who defeats the champion. What's the champion like? Lo and behold. Is he that amazing? Oh yes, very much so. Just tell me what he's like. Well... Whisper, whisper. What? She's a cutie in a sailor's uniform? Wow, I'd love to challenge her. Oh, Zidane's crushing on Garnett, and he's already looking at other girls. Zidane. See? Now, go ahead and register. Sure, I'll register. Anything to meet this girl. Poor Garnett. You're registered now. Please enter through the gate. The game will begin automatically. Sounds like a video game fart. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm not nearly as big a fan of Tetramaster as I am Triple Triad. This music is not hype at all for a card game. Alright. I feel like this one is so much more confusing too. Tonberry, Shiva. Whatever that instrument is, it's just ridiculous. Sure, we'll do a sand scorpion. Why not? Alright, we gotta win 3. Okay. If I'm being 100% honest with all of you, I truly don't have any idea whatsoever how this game is played. Obviously. I'm getting my butt whooped right away. Alright, Rama. Don't fail me, man. I win! Alright. Ooh, we'll take a bomb. The FBI would like to know your location. Congratulations. Advance to the second round when ready. Or go inside and play right now. Good old days. Yeah, he's definitely got some chin goatee going on. I love his hair. I wish we could see his eyes. Same with Freya. She got a cute hat, but wish we could see like more of their eyes. Oh, it's you, Pepper. What are you doing? Looking at the lake? I thought you'd be the quiet type. Sorry, maybe I've changed. It's probably his influence. Zidane, huh? So, did you find what you were looking for? Well, I've been investigating Kuja. Some people seem to think that King, the owner of this mansion, is Kuja. True, I found people who witnessed Kuja on his property, but there's no proof that Kuja is Lord King. Someone donated $50 to me earlier to pay for some emotes. Nearly cried. Dude, that's awesome, man. That's special. That's awesome, dude. Man, you keep grinding, Stevo. That stuff's gonna be more and more common. You deserve all of it, my friend. Do you have some emote ideas that you want to do? Do you have like any kind of emote ideas you got planned? That is really awesome though, man. I'm super happy for you. It's just always awesome seeing people, like, you know, just always awesome seeing stuff like that. No, so better get thinking. Cheers, dude. You could do something like tavern based, right? Outlaw based? Maybe like, I don't know. Do you like Red Dead Redemption? Like that kind of like Western outlaw aspect? I don't know. I'm curious to see what you come up with, man. I'm curious to see what you come up with. You're super creative. I know it'll be something cool. Yo, Vegeta. And yes, I'm now pronouncing that correctly. Yo, Vegeta, how you doing today, my friend? What do you know? My missus is the artist. Ooh. It's pretty does she do like digital art so she can just like draw something digitally, save it, and then just put it in Photoshop and like PNG it or something? It's pretty cool. I always wonder how people like hand draw stuff and then digitalify it, you know? But if you're drawing it digitally, like on an iPad or on some tablet just right away, I feel like that's a lot easier. No, sadly not. How were you saying it before? How was I saying what before, Steve-O? Steve-O loves to hear my American accent. I was saying Vegeta, I think. Vegeta? I think it was Vegeta. Yeah. Yo, you guys were so patient with me too, trying to help me figure it out. What's the other one? Gi. It was something that we were talking about with Gi. Like Gi something. What do you know? Nothing really. Well, at least he's honest. I'm terrible at pronouncing stuff as well. Steve-O, aren't you an English teacher though? Yep. Vegeta. Oh man. Were you cringing so much, Vegeta? Were you just cringing so much? I do apologize. I do apologize. I am not hip with the Dragon Ball Z lore, so I do apologize, my friends. Nothing really. Maybe I can find out the truth from the mansion's auctioneer. Don't hold your breath. So what's your story? You seem to know your way around. Are you also here for a reason? Who, me? I'm only an unemployed security guard. Exactly. Security guard? It was painfully dull until the day he showed up. That's how I know you didn't watch Dragon Ball Z. It's no problem. Cheers to you, Vegeta. Oh. It's not even just like Dragon Ball Z or like anime. Man, I just like really don't watch TV or movies anymore. Honestly, like the only things I really spend my time watching on TV is probably like interviews, podcasts, stuff like that. Yo, Steve-O, you want me to play a ukulele jam for you, my friend? Well, I did get my ukulele finally. I did finally get it. Should I jam something for you? Let's see if I can... Yo, my headphones are like coming apart. Oh! Let's see, what's something cool that I can jam to? Just for you, Steve-O. Just for my friend Steve-O. Yo, check out this like strap that I got too. Oh, I almost thought it was like blue, white, and red, like British, but it's black. Never mind. Still pretty cool. Oh, and it's still in tune, actually. Let's see. Make sure we can get it sounding decent. What Final Fantasy or next game you gonna stream next? Ooh, I'm really torn between doing Final Fantasy 13 or 15. But part of me really wants to do Last of Us Part 2. was jamming to it yesterday. Let's see if I can remember it. Hopefully you can hear it. All right. Yeah! Oh, Chocobo music's always so good. Oh, you're too kind, Steve-O. Thank you so much, my friend. Oh, my goodness. I have always wanted a ukulele, and I finally got one. It's really not even that, it's really not even that much different from guitar, honestly. I was expecting it to be like way harder to learn, but... Oh, are you redeeming one too, Layla? What's this? Dark Souls? What is this? I do not know if I can play that. I do not know if I can play that. I really am not good at all at reading tabs. I am not good at reading tabs, my friend. Definitely much more of like an improv. Ooh, what's going on with my computer? As my computer's crashing on me. Try and play from ear. What song is it? Dark Souls, Lord of Cinder tabs. Lord of Cinder. I have never heard this song before. I'll listen to it and we'll see what we get out of it. Let's see here. Let's see if this works. Can you all hear that? Sounds very pretty on the piano. Oh, that like rhythm is really cool. Sheet music for it. That is really pretty. That is really, really pretty. Hopefully I didn't butcher that too much. Layla. Oh my goodness. Great song. That was really, really pretty. I'm sure, I can only imagine how great so much of the music is for like Dark Souls and Bloodborne and all of those ones. I mean, it sounded like that was pretty... But whatever that rhythm was on the left hand on the piano was really cool. That is really pretty. That is really pretty, especially like on piano. Oh, I can't wait to get my keyboard whenever the freaking thing ships. But there is something cool about playing like don't you have one near the window? I do have one near the window, but I just don't have a converter cable for it to my like box over here. But I did order. I ordered like a week ago this like little, it was a 32 key little keyboard that I was gonna put over here and then just kind of play by ear. I definitely think having like little small little fun instruments like this. I also did get an ocarina. I haven't really spent a moment to like learn too much of it yet because I've been working so much, but I did get an ocarina. Here, I'll show you. It's really pretty. Straight from like Legend of Zelda, if the darn camera wants to focus. I still haven't learned the notes and stuff on it, and it actually seems like it might be a little bit harder than I had anticipated to learn. But this, I'm gonna learn this. Play it. Oh man. I know that, I think this is the C note. Yeah, this one's definitely gonna be a little bit harder to learn to play than the ukulele was. But I will learn it. Tomorrow's Song of Storms. I mean, if I spend all day practicing, maybe. Like there are a lot more holes on this than I had originally thought. Like there are just like everywhere. So I was almost expecting this to be like the flute, which is pretty easy to learn. It's just pretty easy to play. But this is definitely, it's a different kind of instrument. So I might have overestimated how long it'll take me to learn it. Can you play the harmonica? I can play the harmonica. The harmonica is a little bit easier though, because harmonicas are usually tuned to a certain chord or a certain key. So those ones are usually a little bit easier to play. But yeah, I don't have an ocarina. I haven't had an ocarina or not an ocarina, a harmonica. I haven't had a harmonica in quite a while. But yeah, and my guitar over there. So I actually broke or two of the strings on it, and it's starting to get the neck's starting to get a little bit warped on it. So I'm gonna, on one of my days off, I'm gonna take it to like a guitar shop and see if they can kind of fix it. So, and then don't even get me started on my saxophone. My saxophone is like, I don't want to say broken, but kind of broken. When are you gonna start doing a Just Chat music stream? I've thought about doing that. That would be a ton of fun, honestly. Honestly, I feel like just going back to work, I'm trying so hard to just kind of get back in the groove of work while doing streaming, while doing like editing and video stuff on the side, while also trying to be a husband. So, and keep the house and have at least like one day a week to take my pups out and like go on an adventure or something. So Yeah, man, it is a lot. It is definitely a lot of work. It is time management has never been more important ever than now. So, time management is absolutely critical. That was a really pretty Dark Souls song though, Layla. I will save that, and it would be really cool to learn that on the piano, honestly. Honestly, I I play piano way more than I play any other instrument, so I my wife and I tried to bring the piano over there, and we just couldn't figure out a setup for it because we were going to put it like right here, but then it would be very awkwardly in the middle of the room, and then I'd be like back facing to all of you, which I wasn't super crazy about, or putting it here, but then I wouldn't be able to really play, or putting it over there, then you wouldn't see me. So I think once we buy a house and like actually move in, we'll have like a legit music room, hopefully. So yeah, definitely do some of those just chatting music streams for sure. It'd be fun. You all just like recommend music like that, and I can just try to pick it up, learn it. I'd be down. That'd be a ton of fun, honestly. I really feel like I could always get better with like hearing music and listening to it, and like learning it by ear. So I don't feel like I'm as good as that as I used to be. I used to be way better at like listening to music and just being able to start playing it. Make sure you still have time for yourself, man. I mean, if I'm being honest, this is definitely the time for myself. This is my time. This is my time to hang out with all of you. It's like a big friend hangout sesh. And yeah, I have a ton of fun with it, honestly. Streaming so much has been about just the friendships and talking with all of you every single day, way more so than it has been about like playing video games. And I mean, video games are super cool. Like, it's obviously awesome to kind of catch up on the backlog and play some games I've never played before. And I'm super stoked about that. Specifically, The Last of Us. I am over the top excited for The Last of Us. But yeah, man, like between streaming, working full time, trying to find whatever time to do like video editing and stuff on the side, time management has never been more important in my life than now. If anything, I feel like I could do better. If anything, I feel like I want to do more. I want to wake up even earlier. Like, I wake up at like 5:30 a.m. every single day. I want to wake up even earlier than that. I want to do more. Damn sleep. Why do we have to sleep? Why do we have to sleep so much? Anyway, Final Fantasy 9, my friends. Little jam sesh was fun though. I remember the reason I wanted to learn that Chocobo song, Stevo, was I think you asked me to play it one time when I was playing Chocobo Hot and Cold. Oh, Chocobo music's so good. I've said too much. Hey, wait. What? You're interested in hearing about my past? Past, huh? Of course I'm interested. Hmm. Alright, let's save since we won the first round of cards, and then we'll go for round two. More active time events. There are quite a lot of these. Lessons of life. This is where he and I met for the first time. Yo, Lolly, how you doing today, my friend? How you doing? I'm doing pretty solid myself. Just playing some good old Final Fantasy 9. I'm doing well. That is great to hear. I'm doing really solid myself. Just hanging out with some good peeps, playing some good games, having some good convos. What about you? Doing anything super exciting today? Playing any fun games? Hanging out with anyone? Doing anything super fun? It's Sunday. Is it Sunday? Is it Sunday? It is Sunday. Holy crap. Man, these weeks, I just like blink. I just blink and these weeks just are gone. This is where he and I met for the first time. Who is he? Zidane. I thought the two of you just met. I don't think he remembers. I was working as a security guard at this mansion. I was looking for a fight. It didn't matter who, as long as he was strong. What an attitude to have. I was looking for a fight. I haven't played 9 yet. I'm actually in Discord with One Heart Thalion and a couple others. It's D&D day. Ooh, nice. Did One Heart finish Final Fantasy VII Remake yesterday? I saw he was streaming it while I was at work, but I didn't get a chance to drop in. Yeah, he did. They did? Oh. I'll have to go watch, or at least listen in on their VOD as they're doing the ending of it. We finished around midnight. Ooh. Oh yeah, I was probably dead asleep. Man. What did they think about it? What did they think about it? Well, I'll probably go watch the VOD for their reaction on it. That last chapter is ridiculous. You'll see Thalion freaking the F out in chat. Have both of you also beaten Remake and or like played it or like watched others play it? Yeah, when I finished Remake, the whole ending part of it, it was very shocking. Thief! That was too easy. Oh. Who are you? You look like a worthy opponent. So you're the King family's infamous new security guard, huh? What if I am? Hasn't got me any action yet. Come on, fight me. So you're just a thug. What did you call me? Yeah, so Thalion and I got to play through it in our house, and I just watched. Nice. We tend to take turns on who plays what game. I love how the remake decided, fuck the rules. We have creative liberties. I did like that. You know, I think just completely doing a full solid remake of the game, I feel like that's almost too easy. And I totally get why some people would just want like a 1-for-1 remake. But yeah, I feel like the only things that kind of caught me off guard were sometimes characters in the original who would do something, they would change it to a new character doing the same thing in remake for almost no reason. Like a one that immediately pops in head because we watched it with One Heart yesterday. When Cloud is through the air ducts and he's spying in on like President Shinra and Reeve and Scarlet and all them during their meeting. In the original, Scarlet says something stinks, but in remake, Hojo says something stinks. Just like little things. I'm just like, I wonder why they changed that. Such small things, but like, just kind of like, I wonder why they did it that way. Although seeing like Rude, how they just threw Rude in there was super awesome. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Really want to play it again. I'm really happy that we get to be, or at least the illusion of influencing change. It's going to be very interesting what they do in part 2. I feel like part 2 is either going to make me... I don't really have much of an opinion on the end of Remake. Like, I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm just kind of in the middle with it. Even the more I think about it, the more I just, like, solidify being in the middle of just mixed about it. I feel like part 2 is going to either make me love the ending of part 1 or hate the ending of part 1. So we'll see. I already can't wait for Aerith to not die. We'll see, right? I'm gonna be a little disappointed if she doesn't, honestly. Like, I feel like that was such a pivotal, changing, like, turning moment in the game. In a way that hasn't really been done any other time in the series. Like, just such a core character, whatever happens. Yeah, I don't know. If she somehow lived, I would be a little bummed. And I love Aerith. But, like, her death is very, very important to her character, to the whole story, in my opinion. My favorite kind. I'll knock you out in 1 minute flat. Don't disappoint me. Where did that thief go? Here they come. I won't let them interfere. Come on. Don't be silly. The game's over. What? Help! He came out of that door as I was passing by. Oh, Zidane. I feel like it'd be hilarious to have two branching versions of the game, like Pokemon Sword versus Pokemon Shield. Choose Shield for her to live. No, Aerith can't die because she has to meet Genova's core self. I mean, or he could just kill Genova, and they could meet in the live stream. No, honestly, if they are writing the story for her to live by the end of the story, that truly would ruin the remake for me. Not like ruin it entirely, but it would. I don't know. I just wouldn't like it. I feel like her dying, her sacrificing herself is so important to. I mean, I'm already not very happy with them bringing Zack back. Well, spoiler. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everyone. The ending of remake. What the other person who decided to live. Yeah, I'm not really even happy about that. Like, I'm fine with them adding characters. I'm fine with them changing beats. I'm fine with them adding small villages and just kind of adding additional side content. But the main stuff, like Aerith dying, I feel like is so critical to the whole point of the game. Yeah, yeah. Genova can't die. She has to be reformed with Aerith Centra connection. Agreed. I don't know how to feel right now. I'm holding out judgment until it happens. To me, it just really feels like Lord of the Rings, and I've said this a million times, but it feels like Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring, where like they're walking over the mountain, they see Mount Doom and Mordor and everything, and then just the movie ends right there. And you know, it's not bad, it's not good, it's just gotta wait till the next one. The story's not finished yet. So I totally agree with you, Lolly. I am absolutely reserving judgment as well. But 95% of it was pretty damn stellar. And then the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Part 3, Part 4, Part 5, Part 7, Final Fantasy 7-11, 7-11. Staring at him because I thought he might be a burglar. Then he started pummeling me. But he's a guard for this mansion. Final Fantasy Lucky Sevens. Yeah, man, I'm especially pleased with the impact of destruction in 7 Remake. Well, brother, I've derailed you from your 9 playthrough for a while. I need to hop out, but I hope you have a great stream. Awesome having you, Lolly. Thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. I hope you have a phenomenal day. He loves the derailment. That is so true. This is like 80% talking, 20% game, so... But hope to see you in the future, my friend. Have an awesome day. He's on guard for this mansion. That's why he's suspicious. Just look at him. We always had our suspicions, but I'm gonna call the police. You guys hold him off until they get here. I'll tell you one thing. The truly mighty ones don't flaunt their power. How can I describe it to you? The sly eagle hides its claws. Humph. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. We've got you now. Yeah, right. That was so sly. That was such a thief thing to do, Zidane. Don't run away. He's not even running away. He's walking away. Aerith dying is the reason everything got messed up. It actually neutralized both parties. Avalanche lost the most powerful force that could have forced Genova into a compromised position. With the original ending, all humans were dead because Genova's influence destroyed all life except for Nanaki's family. Yeah, they do. I think Katase does mention in an interview that the original ending of Final Fantasy VII, like the very ending where Red and his cute little cubs are running up, like that was the bad ending. So I think they're trying to do some kind of like end game time kind of stuff. Yo, good morning, Fortune. How you doing today, my friend? I think they are trying to do some kind of like Avengers Endgame kind of stuff, which, oh, I'm just not even a fan of that. I just don't like time travel in games or in movies. Like, I don't know. There's just something so nice about definitive decisions that have consequences. That's why I loved Game of Thrones so well. Loved a lot of Game of Thrones was because actions have consequences, and you know, I don't know. Holy didn't work. Aerith being in the live stream is what saved the planet from Meteor. You're right. You are right. I'm doing good. Waking up to coffee. How are you? I am sipping coffee. Cheers to you, my friend. Katasa said he considered the good ending. Even though humans have died out, humans survive the ending, hence why they appear in the 2 sequels. Right. Very interesting. Game of Thrones season 8 was. I mean, I would even argue season 7 as well, Fortune. Season 7 and more so season 8 was just like, yeah, all sorts of swear words there. But I mean, and this might be extremely nihilistic viewpoint, but one truly could argue that for the planet, for Earth, for Gaia, for the planet's survival, maybe humans being there is the bad ending, you know? Maybe humans surviving, it's not the best thing for the planet. You know, maybe that ending where it's just Nanaki, his cubs, and Vincent, and no humans. I know it's very nihilistic and like a very dark perception of it, but humans have done some very questionable things to Mother Earth, we'll say. He doesn't specify that they die out from Holy, just that 500 years in the future, there are no humans anymore. Yeah, I don't know if anyone is lurking that hasn't seen God Season 8. Why the fuck did they tell us about Jon Snow's past? Just to, oh, my goodness, don't even get me started on Game of Thrones. That is a whole derailment undertaking in and of itself. Oh my goodness. The amount of stuff I could just rip Game of Thrones apart for. Oh my goodness. That, oh, I mean, or I don't. I'm like boiling over right now. Game of Thrones gets me heated, and not even Game of Thrones. The freaking writers for Game of Thrones, like what they did, they just shortened the last 2 seasons so much. I don't know. And then how Danny literally turns out of nowhere. Let's rip it apart. I'm still pissed. I'm still pissed too. I was so pissed off about Game of Thrones. Man. Or like, I don't know, just how Rhaegal literally gets shot out of the sky point blank. Like, it's so stupid. Yeah. Just, oh man. Danny's turn. I mean, Danny's turn, I really liked how they turned Daenerys into the bad person at the very end. I just desperately wish, like, if that was where they wanted to go with it, I wish like 3-4 seasons earlier we could have started seeing some sparks of it, you know? And I mean, I guess you can go back and say there was a little bit, but like, I mean, like, really see it, you know? All I know is that I'm a Lannister. I always feel problematic with that. Oh man. Yeah. I mean, I know they get destroyed. I know they're probably considered the bad people in the movies or in the TV shows. But yeah, if I was gonna pick one, I'd probably be a Lannister too. With Tyrion, man, Tyrion and I, we would be the bestest of friends. We would be the absolute bestest of friends. And don't get me started on wine. What is Tyrion's line? I drink wine and I know things. Oh, Steve-O is House Stark. House Stark. Loyal. Good to the soul. I could see that with you, Steve-O. I could totally see that. I'd probably be a terrible Lannister because I'm just probably way too nice. But Tyrion and I would be best buds. I hated it. Like, yes, Dany as the Mad Queen was good, but it felt so rushed. I could not agree more. Like, I didn't like how they just changed her over like that. And like I really liked that that was the outcome, but yeah, like if they were really going to go for that, man, and then just that final, just all of it. Oh, this is why we can't talk about Game of Thrones. I'm getting heated. Probably the most frustrating TV show I've ever seen in my life. So frustrating. Tyrion and Jaime once broke Jaime away from. Oh yeah, Cersei was cool. Cersei was fucking badass. Cersei is like the Cersei is awesome. Like, part of me hated that Jaime went back to her, but another part, yeah, part of me like hated that Jaime went back to her, but another part like really did like it. Like, I don't know, like when you love someone. I mean, I think about like, I don't know, love just makes you do incredibly terrible, incredibly hard decisions to make when it comes to love. It needed to be a 20 episode arc with the pressure and crackling piling up. Instead, it was third episode arc. I could not agree more, Steve-O. I love Jon Snow and Samwell like the underdogs. Sam is like such the MVP. Sam is so cool. They went for the shock factor rather than character development. I agree. I really agree. I mean, I wouldn't have even minded honestly if John or if Jaime had gone back to Cersei, like if that was the whole where it was supposed to go. It just or like Dany becoming the Mad Queen or Jon Snow realizing he's a Targaryen. Like I like all of that was great. It's just the middle part to go from point A to point B, the middle part, the development, the build up was not there at all. Also Grey Worm and dude, Tormund is like Tormund and Brienne of Tarth. Oh my god. God, Tormund is freaking awesome. And great. They're all awesome. They were just such good characters. I agree, Steve-O. Like, I agree so much. Season 7 should have been 10 episodes. Season 8 should have been 10 episodes. And then they probably could have done a season 9 with 10 episodes and done everything so much better. But no, Disney had to pay the writers so much money for them to come jump on the Star Wars bandwagon. And then even when they did jump on the Star Wars bandwagon and ended Game of Thrones early and wrecked everyone's heart. Even when they, after all of that, and they did go to Star Wars, they didn't even do anything with Star Wars. They left Star Wars, and now they're doing something else. So they kind of like butchered Game of Thrones to jump to Star Wars early, and then they never even did anything with Star Wars. Oh boy, I'm starting to sweat. I'm really upset. I'm still really upset with Game of Thrones. In the book, if the same thing happens, it will tell you their internal monologue. Think Jaime returns to her out of love and loyalty to try and save her life, because even if she is a horrible person, she is a sister and he loves her. I agree 1,000%, Steve-O. And even though how they died was stupid, I didn't like how they died together, or like the scene in which they die, but them holding each other, the music playing, them dying together, it did feel so. I don't know. I just have such mixed feelings because there were so many great scenes in it. Like, I thought that was a great scene with them holding each other, realizing, like, this is it. We're not running away from this any longer. And then the music. So good, man. But yeah, the whole build up. Literally, it's the build up. It's the character development. It's the middle part to get there is just bad. You have to work that out of yourself because the show does next to nothing of building up Jamie's motivation to return. Right. Is the big woman here? I want a guy to love me like Tormund. Oh man. We all need someone in our life that loves us like Tormund. God. He's shooting his shot. He's going for it, right? I became a wanted man. Ha. Ha ha ha. What's so funny? Sorry. I just didn't expect you to fall for such a childish trick. It's no concern of yours. I'm sorry. I see, so that's what happened. Don't get me wrong, I don't hold a grudge against him. but I need to understand him. He doesn't flaunt his power. He only cares about being with his friends. You were destined to meet each other again. Two men walking on the same path are destined to confront each other one day. That's what a man told me some time ago. Honesty is a virtue. That's if you can manage to stay alive. Good little quote there. Honesty is a virtue if you can manage to stay alive. As we're talking about Game of Thrones, honesty definitely does not allow people to stay alive in Game of Thrones. The more honest you are, the quicker you die, pretty much. Oh man. Tormund wants them giant monster giant babies with Brienne. Oh man. He does. Oh, I love his hair too. He has like Tormund just has like beautiful his red, like that red hair he has and his red beard. Man, I love it. Like if Dany was cracking, you might have been worried about his own safety after seeing her becoming increasingly like her father and becoming more concerned with how his sister will die at her hands. Man, there are 100 ways they could have. Steve, oh my man, you are so right. There are 100 ways, maybe 200 ways they could have done it better. Yeah, with how the outcome of Game of Thrones happened, it's just when it ended, I was just like, maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe if I watch the season again, maybe I'll like notice some things that passed me by. And we did. We rewatched like all of it afterwards. And I was just like, I just got even more mixed about it. Kind of when I saw The Last Jedi. I remember seeing The Last Jedi for the first time in theater, and I'm like, I feel so mixed about this. Like, I feel so odd about this. And then I watched it a second time, and I'm like, yep, I don't like it. I do not like it. Also, the Hound. The Hound, don't fight me, y'all, but the Hound has arguably like the best dialogue, the best comebacks, the most raw comebacks in like movie TV show history. The amount of one-line quotables from the Hound is just God. It's just so good. He's so brutal and savage and raw and profanity laced, but it's so good. God, so many good lines from the Hound. The North leaving makes no sense as well, considering the person on the Iron Throne is the outright true son of Ned Stark. So many different ways they could have done it better. I agree 1000%. Yeah. I wonder, I don't know. It'd be cool if like maybe one day I don't know, what can they do? They can make like an animated series out of it or something. I don't know. I feel like at this point, just kind of want the books to come out and then just kind of move on to the next thing, you know? I'm so much not a like I don't know. I like stuff to end and then to move on to the next thing. Man, whatever that crackling sound in is so odd. I think we've talked about it before in a previous stream. Sure, we'll do, I don't know. We'll do the sand golem. Ooh. They completely, oh, the Dorne storyline as well. Yeah, Dorne. Man. Yeah, we're just ripping apart Game of Thrones. I mean, but it deserves it. Like the way it was written was just so lazy. Man, the books will redeem it. Have you read the book, Steve-O? Have you read the book's Fortune at all? I will say the Battle of Winterfell was the best part of season 8. Yes, I do agree. I do agree. Cannot hear game audio, or is it me? Oh damn, did I? Oh man. Now hopefully you can hear it. I'm sorry, my friends. I think it was when I was playing the ukulele, I turned the game music off so you could you wouldn't hear both of them. And I just forgot to put it back on. Alright, I have not read the books. Now I can. What's so funny is I remember I think it was my first iPhone I ever got, iPhone 5, if I can recall. They had in the iBook store, they had the first Game of Thrones book to download, like the first couple chapters as like a preview. And I remember reading the first chapter. Like I remember reading the first chapter because everyone was saying these Game of Thrones. I think this was like right before the TV show started. Everyone was saying they were like great books. And I think I read the first chapter, and I don't know, I didn't continue on from there. But I do remember seeing the first season and like, oh yeah, I remember reading about this, the first scene of the entire series with the Night's Watch and the Night King or whatever. Like, I remember reading about this. Also, I saw you did, Fortune? Sorry, I'm just seeing that now. DJ Hordor. Oh man, he's such a cool guy. He is such a cool guy. I'll add it to my reading list. I have 3 books to get through right now. Man, between video games and movies and TV shows, like, I don't even know how we're supposed to have that so much time to do everything, you know? Alright, let's see here. Oh, yeah, he got me. Oh my goodness, they're really getting me. Man, I have truly no idea what any of this is doing. Oh, damn. Damn. I lost a Tonberry. You lost, but you can play again. Go back inside for a rematch. I guess we can go back inside for a rematch. Cardona Bishop. I will say I never liked Sansa. Like, there were parts sure I felt really bad for her, but I felt she always had a chip on her shoulder. She definitely did. I mean, yeah. Sansa was an interesting character. I thought she was a really cool character, but I don't know, they just like, man, they really did just butcher a lot of the characterizations of so many people just on those last two seasons. Like, I mean, Steve-O, you really did say it best. Like, there's like 100 different ways they could have gone, and all of them probably would have been better. Like, if they were planning out ways to just end the series, this was like the worst way to do it. To be fair, the quality started dripping when they got past the books. I agree. Let's see. I'm gonna take like a quick 5-minute break here just because I'm gonna go check on something, but I'll be right back in a moment, okay, my friends? I'll leave the music going so y'all can jam out to whatever that crackling instrument is, but I'm just gonna go take a quick break and be right back, okay, my friends? All right. All right. Thank you for your patience, my friends. Oh, whoa. We're diving into Game of Thrones now. I've not read. Oh, talking about the books. The quality started dipping when they got past the last few books. Yeah, Theon did have a pretty interesting arc, honestly. And Jorah. I thought Jorah definitely, his character arc definitely, I feel like ended pretty accurately, or like how it should have. Hold on. All right, there it goes. Good old autofocus, man. Good old autofocus. Yeah, I thought Ramsay was made Joffrey look like a little bitch. Oh, you kill a couple people, hold my beer. Let me get the dogs. Oh man. Yeah, Ramsay was something else, man. Ramsay was something else. It was incredibly satisfying. Maybe that's not the right word, but let's just say karma's a bitch. Let's just say karma's a bitch. And he had it coming back to him big time. I don't know if I should rematch this or if I should just like kind of start over, you know? Oh, let's see here. Literally have absolutely no idea what I'm doing with this, but we'll try our best. I think we have to beat him in order to get to our Oglopian friend. Come on, Shiva. Yeah! The actor who played Ramsay was so good, he got confronted when he was seen in public by people. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I heard, I read that the actor who played Joffrey started receiving, like, people tweeting him and sending him, like, rather nasty messages just for his portrayal of Ramsay. Or not for Ramsay, for Joffrey. And, that's how you know you probably did a good job. He did an excellent job. All the actors, I feel like, fit their parts very well. Let's see. Where should we put you, Ramo? Put you there? Oh, boy. Oh, man. This is bad. Lost Shiva. I do not know about that. Go back inside for a rematch. Let's see. People have a hard time disassociating from reality, and very clearly, I totally agree. Title screen. Yeah, it's... Some people are like that. Some people are just so crazy into it that they just cannot see that it's just an actor playing their role. You know? I mean, but if anything, I don't know, if I was an actor and people were that intense about it, as annoying as it would be, there'd be a hint. Just a little hint of, like, I must have done a pretty decent job. If everyone hates me, I must have done a pretty decent job. Hey, Tonberry. And Rama. Yeah, this is definitely not my cup of tea in comparison to Triple Triad. Let's see. Like Jeffrey Dean Morgan gets nasty letters and confronted for his portrayal of Negan in The Walking Dead. He's like the nicest guy. The scary thing about that, honestly, is just how many actors, actresses, how many of these incredibly talented people might start refusing roles like that because they don't want to be the bad, you know, the bad guy or whatever. You know, I hope they're smart enough to not have to think about that. But like, if people are doing that, sending nasty letters to actors and actresses just for the portrayal of their roles, that says so much more about those people than it does about the actors or actresses. Come on. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes, yes. I win. I have no idea how I won, but I won. So, received a nymph. I will not make a joke. Congratulations, you won twice. Advance to the final round when ready. Word of caution. You have only one chance to play in the final round. Be careful. Find a Moogle and save now if you have any doubts. Hallucination or premonition? Let's definitely do hallucination. What do we see in here? You received a nymph. Oh. Right. Oh. Hungry. I travel to eat many foods from different cities. But why you need Gil to eat anything? Oh man, I cannot eat without Gil. I feel you, Queena. I'm gonna pop into my friend's stream. Have a wonderful rest of your day, Zephyrs. Have an awesome day yourself, Fortune. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Always love having you. Always love having you. I will definitely try to pop into A1's stream tomorrow as well. So, as soon as that goes live, I'll try to pop in and hang out for a bit. But you have an awesome day, my friend. I cannot eat without Gil. I think we all struggle with that. Want to eat so much tasty food, but I have to pay for it. What a struggle of life. Light on water look like food. It's just illusion. But maybe real. I go jump in. No. I drown if I jump. But I... Hungry. Hungry! Suicide, eh? I've seen many people commit suicide because of gambling debts. What a shame. Rest in peace. Very dark humor, Final Fantasy. Very dark humor. You emoted it perfect, my friend. Not like this. Oh my goodness. Poor Queena. I'm back. Welcome back. How did you like Trino? It was okay. Do you prefer your own village? Yeah, but it's fun to meet different people. I've only had my Moogles till now. Just the Moogles. What about the others? They're gone. I'm all alone now. I see. So you are the sole survivor of the Summoner tribe. Why does everyone want to know about my horn and the Eidolons? Oh, I'm a researcher of sorts. I'm just curious. I see. Oh yeah, you were Dagger's teacher, right? Well, yes. Teach me how to become a graceful princess like her. Princess used to be a rambunctious girl, just like you. How many of us were rambunctious, energetic children, and now we just struggle getting through the workday in life? Oh my goodness. Do you think I can be just like her when I grow up? Oh, of course. I'm glad to hear that. You see, Dagger gave me her Mark of the Princess. The Mark of the Princess? Yeah, Dagger gave me one of hers. Now she's got two and I've got two. Do you mean the legendary crystals? Yeah. That's what Dagger called them too. I see. Dr. Tatertot is not sure about this. So the crystal was divided. One piece remained in Alexandria, while the others were sent to Clara, Lindblum, and... Summoner tribe took the last piece to Maiden Sari. But why did they have to split the crystal? What happened 500 years ago to prompt such an action? Final Fantasy and their crystals. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I get lost in my thoughts sometimes. Miss Layla. Mog is calling me. Now I got a Layla friend in chat. I got a Layla character in the game, and I got a Layla puppy dog. My poor dog is gonna be going crazy hearing her name so much. She's like, I'm Layla. I'm a Layla. Mog wanted to talk to a Moogle she met here in Trino, so I left her there. But something's wrong. I have a bad feeling about this. I've got to see Mog. Did you know what the name Layla means? It's like ancient Arabic. Is it Arabic? It's like an ancient poem about lovers, right? We just named her from the Layla song, Arabic for night. Yeah, we just named our pup for our Layla song, which the song was inspired around that poem. Well, it was inspired by Eric Clapton's love for George Harrison's wife. And they kind of used the Layla love poem as like a backdrop setting for it. Great song. It's an incredible song. All right, Moggy. I haven't received any mail, Koopo. Let's save, Koopo. Oh my goodness. I don't know if y'all have seen my my new Koopo emote, but check this out. Look at that little Koopo. It's like a superhero Koopo. Pretty cute. Pretty cute. Ah. Koopo for the win. Can I help you, Koopo? Alright, let's see if we can defeat the champion and get whatever the accessory is. I think it's like a reflect ring or something. Some kind of a really cool ring. Bum bum bum. This way, Regent. Yes, I know. But remember my condition. Oh, those are some really cool emotes. Ooh, Kefka. I love it. It's like they're like 3D, or like the sprites of them. Yo, the Black Mage one. And oh, that's Butts from Final Fantasy V, right? Those are some pretty good ones. I like those. I like those. Flex. I like those a lot. I love the emotes. The emotes are one of my favorite parts. I know some people don't care for emotes at all, and some people like use them nonstop. I am absolutely a fan of emotes and emojis. I'm quite an emoji user when I text. I don't know. It just gives some, you know, reading text, reading tweets, reading stuff without hearing the other person or being there. There's so many different ways to interpret it, the conversation. But I feel like emojis kind of better give you a little bit better understanding of their intentions and what they mean to say, you know? Oh, what are those ones? Oh, is that Reno? Shrug? I love that one. Ooh, I don't know that one. Epic Name Bro. I follow Epic Name Bro. He's got some pretty cool emotes. Very cool. The Shrug one's funny. I like the Shrug one. Oh, is that Ash from 12? Huh. Very interesting. I don't know if I noticed that. Oh man, I can't wait to get more emotes unlocked. I can't wait to get more emotes unlocked. Yeah, let's see. I got the Rage one, which is pretty fun. Like mind blown shock, thumbs up, good game, and then the Chocobo and the Moogle. Yeah, and I think as you get more subs, then you start to unlock more and more emotes. So pretty cute. But I really do like the Black Mage one, the Reno, Shrug. I love emotes. Fun stuff. They're fun stuff. Ooh, what is that sword? Frost? Lore Frost. And what is that? Lore Chasm? What's the Chasm one? Is that like an accessory? Yes, I know, but remember my condition. Please, Regent. You must behave like a champion. Let's register. It's the champion. Here she comes. I'm the champion, Aaron. I'd like to enter the tournament, please. Ah, we've been waiting for you. Please go inside. Thanks. Hey. Ew, Dad. It's an oglop. Shoo, shoo. Go away, you filthy oglop. Poor oglop. I'm sorry, but this oglop is the champion's pet. I'm sorry. It's okay. Poor Sid. Since when am I your pet, Guac? Well, you are an oglop right now, after all. Silence, Guac. I'm the champion. Guac, guac. No one understands. Guac, guac, guacamole. The chasm is the dead scar in the Blood Elven region when Arthas was rampaging through the Sunwell. In Blood Elven region? What game is that? Blood Elven region? I don't know if I'm familiar with that. I heard the champion is a master of winning games with Oglop cards. Her name is Aaron the Oglop Master. Oh, Warcraft 3? Gotcha, I've never played Warcraft. Any of the Warcrafts. Those are MMOs, right? Alright, let's see. Shiva. Queen Shiva. Lindblom. Rama, and Tonberry, sure. Alright. I would not mind winning this item. Let's go here. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Let's go here. Oh, we gotta select. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh. Oh, what? Oh, man. Oh, there we go. We win! We win! Truly, no idea how Tetramaster works at all. But we won. And I assume that's all that matters. Received Oglop. Ooh, Rebirth Ring. That's what we get. Congratulations! You're the winner! Oh, what are those ones? Oh, Sephiroth? Which one is that? Is that Cloud? Cloud. And, oh, is that Jessie? Sarah Key. Those are pretty cute. Those are pretty cute. Those are pretty cute. Yeah, I've watched a couple of Sarah Key's videos on YouTube. I like the way she edits them together. She has a really nice looking stream. Me neither told you this way back before you started. I'm happy it's not just me. So the champion was an airship pilot from Lindblom. I'm Aaron, the airship pilot. Nice to meet you. Don't be ridiculous. I'm the champion. Hey, Regent Sid. Still an Oglop, I see. And you still haven't learned any manners. Cut me some slack, will ya? What are you doing here anyway? I love the feminine response to JRPGs. Feminine response to JRPGs. Like what do you mean? Like women playing JRPGs? Like the way they do their like editing? I mean, I really like who's the other one I really like? Nixie, is it Nixie Puff? She has really funny videos too. The facts they aren't afraid to cry. I don't think anybody should be afraid to cry. I feel like people who downplay the importance of emotions like that, they're hiding a lot. Crying there's nothing to be ashamed about crying. You know, I don't think there's anything to be ashamed about with crying, with laughing, with getting angry, with just having emotions, with being happy. We're human. And crying is absolutely an important part of those emotions. mainly participating in the tournament, but there was something I wanted to test. What are you testing? Our new airship, Hildegard 2. Oh yeah, the one that can fly without mist. Yeah, the one that can fly without mist. Correct. We can't go very fast yet, but we made it to Trino. Why now? I have a funny feeling there'll be more trouble on the horizon. Don't you worry. I'm sure our almighty Queen Garnet will take care of everything. Queen Garnet. Oh no, this is horrible. What's up, Layla? What's up, Layla? Oh, got even more. Oh, wait, is that Spyro? Is that Spyro the dragon? That's pretty cute. If that's, yeah, I think that's got to be Spyro the dragon, right? Oh my goodness. The hype one is really cute too. I was asking chat earlier, and what are your opinions on this, Layla? Like the emotes that have like, so with my emotes, there's no words or anything in front of them. Do you like the ones where it's like a character animation with the words like hype over them, or the ones that say like rage, or the ones that say like rating or whatever? I don't know. I feel like I like the hype one, like when they have words on them, but I'm kind of indifferent. I don't know. I guess it just depends probably on like the art itself. I almost feel like I like them a little bit. It's useful for making the message clear, right? Because I guess if it was like the hype one without the words hype over them, they'd probably be like, what does this emote mean? Unless they actually click on it and like read the name. Those are cute. The Spyro one is probably my favorite one I've seen. The Spyro one's really good. I like the Spyro one a lot. What's up, Layla? Oh, it's horrible. A Moogle from Trino just told me. What's wrong, Guac? It's Alexandria. Something horrible is happening. Peace is but a shadow of death, desperate to forget its painful past. Though we hope for promising years after shedding 1,000 tears, yesterday's sorrow constantly nears. And while the moon still shines blue, by dawn it will turn to scarlet hue. This has got to be cute, Kuja, right? Yeah. What an auspicious day for Alexandria. Garnet's ascension to the throne has brought hope and peace to this kingdom. The people are overjoyed. They believe a wonderful future is ahead of them. But the celebration isn't over yet. It's time to really light things up. Your former master is here, Bahamut. Play a requiem for her and all of Alexandria. Summoning Bahamut to Alexandria. Oh man, Bahamut looks so cool. Bahamut always looks so cool in Final Fantasy games. What you gonna do, Queen Garnet? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Oh, Bahamut just looks like he's gonna eat somebody. I don't want to die. Oh, the little like hippo characters are so cute. Go, General Beatrix. Your Highness. That's Bahamut, isn't it? Beatrix, please gather our soldiers. Yes, Your Highness. Our soldiers have already assembled and await your orders. Oh, and Steiner being Steiner. Hurry up, you fools! This is an emergency. Get your act together before the princess arrives. Line up! I mean, if y'all think 10 soldiers are gonna take down Bahamut, you got another thing coming. Your Highness, as you can see, we are ready to act at any time. Please give your orders. Okay, I know this is important. So let's see here. What's the correct responses for this? Trino, we already did Trino. Now we're back to Alexandria. Let's see. Give the orders as follow. Have Blutson and Coel gather information. To Blutson and Coel. Interesting name. Blutson and Coel. Pretty cool. Coel, Pluto Knight the Third. Blutson, Pluto Knight the Second. We'll gather all the information you'll need, Your Highness. Weimer and Hagen should protect the townspeople. Your Highness, on our lives, we'll protect the citizens of Alexandria. These are good responses. All right. Laudo, whoever yeah. Oh, how do you even pronounce that? Brerect? And Lotto should contact Lindblom. We'll contact Lindblom immediately, Your Highness. Begin preparations to fire the cannon. To Dojebon and Mulenkidheim. Dojebon and Mulenkidheim. Oh, that's a tough name. Mulenkidheim. We'll shoot that monster down in no time, Your Highness. You were splendid, Your Highness. Received angel earrings. Beatrix, let's go. Everyone's gone. I don't know what to do. Mother, I need your help. Uh-oh. Monster time. Oh, it's Beatrix's theme. Hell yeah. This is it, Beatrix. I will give my all for Alexandria. Well said. Let us march on to victory. Man, why can we not have Beatrix as a permanent character? Such a bummer. Man, look at all of her magic too. She is stocked. Oh, right. I don't even think we can. Can we? Oh, she's got Save the Queen. Cool stuff, Beatrix. All right, Steiner. His blood sword is super overpowered, so it's gonna like one-shot everybody. Beatrix's love. Very true. Nothing but love for her. She's just an awesome character. It would have been really cool if, yeah, somehow we could just have her permanently. I don't know, but at the same time, not having her as a permanent character just makes her that much cooler when we do get to have her, when we do get to use her, you know? Bum bum. I mean, she's like, just can one-shot. Oh! I was just praising you, Beatrix, and you missed. All right. Save the... Wait a minute. Steiner, why did you just die, dude? What is going on? This is the part where you should be able to choose to have with the other dying heroic death. That would be pretty dope, Steve-O. That would be pretty cool, man. I don't disagree. I think that would be a really interesting twist on it. Why did... I think, is it because he had his, the equip, or the status thing equipped? Sword varnished with blood. So if we have this... It seems like if we have this add status equipped to the blood sword, it almost does like an opposite effect. Where when Steiner attacks, it heals the monster and hurts him. Very odd. Alright. Tip for everyone out there. Do not add status to Steiner's blood sword. Very interesting. I love Steiner running around. You just hear his armor clank, 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 clank. Be aware, Beatrix. The enemy is close. So cool. I don't know, but at the same time, them fighting together, I feel like that has an effect on their relationship, you know? This could be such a critical part of them falling in love with each other. Man, this game is just all about love. Steiner and Beatrix falling in love. Zidane and Garnett falling in love. That totally did it again. Steiner attacked and it, like, healed the enemy and hurt him. What is going on? Am I crazy? Why are you doing that, Steiner? Can you scan the creature? Maybe. Maybe. It might have some kind of effect on it. Yeah, where it, like, absorbs it. Alright, let's swap his weapon. I don't think I can scan because or maybe does Beatrix have scan? She does not. Like reflect or something? Yeah, maybe. Let's swap his weapon and we'll see if that helps. If only we could see their actual weapons, like right here. Like actually see the coral sword on Steiner. That'd be pretty cool. You wish to fight us? You despicable beast. What are the creatures called? I'll Google it. I think they're like mastodons. We'll check here in a second. Bum 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 bum. They are mistodons. Mistodon. Mistodon. Man, this would be such a cool song to like dance to. Oh! There we go. Go Steiner. Throwing it down. It is because the creature's undead, I think. Haven't read the wiki yet. Maybe, because I think they did appear at the Aoife tree, right? Man, leveling up. Man, I mean, I love this music. So good. Good stuff. Good stuff. But I think you're right. Yeah, I think it's because they're undead. Because they were at the Aoife tree. Prepare to die. Bum 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 ba da bum ba dum. You know, that like trumpet mixed in there. Super cool. The wiki doesn't say anything about Bloodsword, but I think them being an undead has to be it. Very interesting. Almost like next time there's like zombies or something around, I should try swapping his sword with a Bloodsword again on like zombies or some undead creature. See if maybe that does it. But I think you're 100% right, Steve-O. Beatrix, are you all right? I'm fine. What about you? You're wounded. It's just a scratch. Persistent bastards. If that's not the most cliche thing to say. You're hurt. Oh, it's just a scratch. Let's see. Like other drain spells and weapons, Bloodsword's damage is inverted on the undead. Very interesting. Oh, so if you cast Drain on an undead enemy, it'll do the opposite effect? 'Tis but a flesh wound. I always think of the Predator. You know the OG Predator movie? He's like, you're bleeding. I ain't got time to bleed. Life kills them though, yeah. This is futile. Let us return to the castle. Actually, I'm now realizing, I think Garnet has a weapon called the Healing Rod, that if you attack an enemy, it heals them. Which, of course, you're like, why in the world would you ever want to do that? But, undead enemies. Light bulb moment. No, I cannot face the princess until we destroy all these beasts. On my honor, I vow to protect the princess, the citizens of Alexandria, and Beatrix. I shall protect you. Steiner. Oh, God. Watch out. Freaking Beatrix and Steiner. So damn cute. Oh, right. Oh, here we go. He's gonna flex for his lady. We're putting the little hood down on his armor. Go for it, Steiner. Impress Beatrix. Oh! Woo! That impressed Beatrix. I like. That was a one-shot kill right there. He's flexing now. This might be it for us. I have no regrets. Beatrix, there is something I must tell you. What is it? Save your valediction, Steiner. We'll live to see another day. I love you. I love you, Beatrix. Oh man, we probably gotta heal though. Oh, is Steiner still in trance? Such an awesome part of the game. I 1000% agree, my friend. I 1000% agree. Oh! Steiner, my man. Oh, yeah, and he's... If I, like, do a Phoenix down, he's, like, one shot away. Ooh, we're in trouble. Oh, that didn't do anything. Maybe if we're lucky, we can get a potion on Steiner. Or maybe we could just go for an attack and try to wipe him out. Oh! Oh! Good dodge, Steiner. Take him out, man. Oh, no! Or don't take him out. Beatrix, you take him out. Oh, man. Oh, man. They're, like, whooping our butt all of a sudden. You got this. Holy crap. Oh! Oh, damn! Do not die on me, Beatrix. Come on, Steve-O says we got this. Missed. Okay. Maybe let's try to do... You know what I'm going to try to do? I'm going to try to do an ether. And then just try to do, like, a super powerful attack. I'll just knock him out. So risky, but we got this. Okay. Oh my goodness. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, Beatrix. Yes. Please one-shot him. No! Oh, she dodged it. Holy crap, my friends. Okay. Holy crap. Okay. Using an elixir. This is way more down to the wire than I really thought it was going to be. We got this. We got this. Come on, Beatrix. Come on, Beatrix. Knock him out. Bye-bye. Ooh, that was a little closer than it needed to be. And then she levels up like 4 times and we didn't even need her level up at all. Nice. I hear music. Where's it coming from? It's coming from upstairs. Is it coming from upstairs? Oh, can we not even go here? Because XP is distributed among the party, so if there's only one person alive, they get all the experience, right? It's just a bummer that it goes to Beatrix, who's like not even a permanent member of our party. Oh, not this way. Oh yeah, and I think, yeah, they close right behind us. It's like some pretty cool cutscenes coming up. All right. Ooh. You hear the music? Just those like chanting vocals. What is this place? I can still hear the music. Where's it coming from? What am I doing here? Mother. Zidane. No. I can't depend on them anymore. As the Queen of Alexandria, I must protect my kingdom. The ship is rocking pretty bad. It can't be helped. I designed the ship as an oglop after all, so I have no idea what could happen. Sounds like it might crash any minute. Perhaps. But I think we can at least make it to Alexandria. Oh man, I guess we'd better cross our fingers. Zidane, I'm starting to feel sick. It's probably from the flight. Go inside and get some rest. Try to stay in the middle of the ship. You'll feel less movement. Go on, Vivi. Okay. Thanks. Layla? What? I saw something sparkle. Huh? Dagger? Dagger? Layla, what's going on? I thought I just heard Dagger's voice. What? Geez, something's wrong with the ship. It's light. Maybe it's the Holy Judgment? Holy Judgment? It's Alexander. Hey, what are you doing? That would be very creepy. Oh. That'd be a little too out there on the deck for me. Summoner is being called. Alexander's judgment has come. Oh boy. She's just jumping off the ship. Whoa. Hey, long time no see. Layla, why are you here? I heard your voice on the airship. No wonder. I felt your presence too, and all of a sudden, it's covered in light. It's happening again. Dagger, this is the light of destiny. Light of destiny? Summoner's light of destiny. Brought on by the hidden powers of the 4 jewels. This light appears when a holy idol calls for its summoner. Come on, Dagger. As summoners, we have to fulfill our destiny. But I don't know what to do. It's okay. I'll show you. First, we have to put our hands together. Like this? Uh-huh. Now pray in your heart. Oh, Holy Guardian, hear our prayers. Save us from the wrath of Bahamut, pretty much. Darkness overshadows us once again. Oh, Holy Guardian, hear our prayers. I mean, this game is essentially saying Alexander is more powerful than Bahamut in some ways. Deliver us out of darkness into light. Man, I love the cutscenes in this game. They're just so colorful. So pretty. Man. Oh, man. Dude. Now that is a badass summon. That is a badass summon. So beautiful. Alexander, a legendary eidolon. So you wish to defend the castle with your brilliant wings? How admirable. Your powers even transcend Bahamut's. Alexander, I've been waiting for you. Called a magic carriage for you. I'm sure you'll like it. Invincible, come forth. You're mine, Alexander. Oh, hi, puppy dogs. Hello, puppy dogs. Is Mama finally awake? Oh, hi, puppy. Hey, you're on my headphones. You have gone too far, Kuja. I remember my first playthrough of this, I'm like, whoa, who is this guy all of a sudden? I granted you the freedom to do as you wish in Gaia for one purpose alone. Now that you have lost sight of your mission, I will no longer tolerate your actions. You have not the slightest idea whom you are defying. I will show you soon enough. You too, Zidane. Well, hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy friend. Oh, he is not happy. What happened to the Invincible? Enslave Alexander as you have enslaved Bahamut. Could it be? Garland? Impossible. Why would he come to Gaia? If it is indeed Garland, he must know my plan. Why has he assumed control of the Invincible? No. It can't be. Phew, that was quite a trip. You little bug. We could have been killed. Pepper's right, it was a mistake to come here on that airship. Well, we had to get here somehow. Come on, guys. We made it here in one piece. That's all that matters. Quack quack. That's right. I'm never gonna ride on an airship again. Never, ever. Sorry, Vivi. Captain! Where is Her Highness? I don't know. We're looking for her too. Shoot, I must find the captain. Alright, let's go find Dagger. We have to find Layla too. They're probably together. Layla? Do we know where Layla is? Layla? Oh, hello. You are Layla. Yeah. There's a character in the game named after you. There's another Layla. Yeah, good morning. Good morning, pup. Oh, man. Do you see her in the background, Steve-O? Do you see her over there just standing on the couch? She's so ridiculous. She's so ridiculous. Haven't received any mail, Kupo. Yeah, so cool. She's a ham. Alright, my friends. I think I'm going to call it here for today. Because I do got to start work here. I got to go to work in like half an hour, so... Thank you all so much, as always, for just having such an awesome day with me. I always appreciate each one of you so much. I had a super awesome stream today. I had some good chats with some cool people. So, let's see. Oh my goodness. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Oh my goodness. Did I miss the stream? Hey, One Heart. Yeah, I'm actually getting ready to raid somebody right now. Have a great day. You too, Steve-O. You too, man. It is always an honor. Yeah. Alright, I'm sorry, One Heart. Yeah, I gotta leave for work here in like 20 minutes, so have a good day. You as well, my friends. Let's see if there's someone that we can raid, though, and go give some Final Fantasy IX love to. Let's see. Who's playing right now? Ooh, actually, here we go, my friends. Here we go. So my buddy The Shined, he is playing Dark Souls. We don't normally raid people playing other games that we're not playing, but he's a super awesome guy, super funny, super good sense of humor, so we'll go raid him, give him some Final Fantasy love, definitely let him know that Zephyr sent you, spam whatever emotes you want. Thank you all so much just for having an awesome stream. I appreciate you all immensely. I'll be back same time tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you can find me on Twitter and YouTube as well, ZephyrsXP. So, it is raid time. I think, actually, before I go... Yeah, so tomorrow I do work later in the day, so we'll definitely do a longer stream tomorrow, my friends. Alright. It is raid time.